Okay, we just got back from our readings.
Yeah.
Just
Wild.
walked through the door. Wild, right?
Weirdly accurate.
I don't remember, like, the first thing that she said when I sat down. I almost started crying.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just you're putting yourself in such a vulnerable spot, right?
Yeah.
You're letting someone pretty much tell you all your traumas or experiences in life, and you're kind of opening up and allowing whatever they're saying to apply to you. So
Yeah.
you're in a vulnerable state.
I know. And so for people that don't know, we were supposed to go golfing today.
Yeah.
And there's a crazy windstorm in LA. So this was like super last minute. We booked it probably an hour before we went. And we didn't tell them who we were. Like, we didn't tell her who we were. She couldn't Google us.
That's the first thing I was thinking. I was like, did you guys let them know, like,
No.
our names? Did she, like, go and watch a podcast or something?
She had no idea.
Because it almost felt like she had watched the podcast we recorded 2 days ago that isn't even out
That
yet.
didn't even air yet.
The things that she was saying was exactly what we were talking about too. Our, like, New Year's resolutions to, like, what we're dealing with, what we're going through.
And then,
uncanny.
like, she knew everything about, like, my friendship breakup. She talked so much about that.
But this is weighing very heavy on you. It feels like a relationship, but it doesn't look like a romantic relationship. So it could have been a friend.
And she didn't know who we were. So I'm like, how the hell did you know this? She, like, kept asking what our names were. And then she talks about my last relationship, how much, like, they hurt you. And, like, I guess that's broad. But when she started saying specifics,
Yeah.
I was like, how the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to, decipher in my head because when I went into it, I wanted to just believe.
Me
you know
too.
what I mean?
Me
I wanted
too.
to make it what it was, like, make it a good moment. So went into it just, like, no guards up, no walls up. But after, I was trying to think, like, how much of that was, like, just generalized information that could be applied to anyone, or how much of it was like, oh, there's some power in these cards.
I never felt that at peace. Like, I was sitting there when she was like, take a deep breath.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I felt like, I don't know, my body was like tingling a little. I've never been to a psychic before, I don't think.
I've never done anything like that.
Do you believe in that stuff?
I feel like it's. I watched the show Psych, right?
You've been talking a lot about
It's about a
psych.
psychic detective. And that's what I was thinking of when I was going there. And, in the show, he's not really a psychic. He just claims to be a psychic. But he is a detective.
But
And he can look at things and do stuff just by little ways of looking at you. So I'm just wondering, is she just somebody that's able to, pick up on minute details? Or,
And
like, how you
read.
carry yourself?
Well, I guess that's what a psychic is, like, reading. So she, like, really read us.
I don't know. It would scare me a little bit to believe in it.
I think I'm a believer, and only because she said, I'm going to have one marriage. It's going to be great. She said, I'm going to get married in 3 years. I'm going to have 2 beautiful children.
Marriage in 3 years. You will mother 2 beautiful, healthy children. One marriage.
Just one?
Just one.
Nice.
And so weird because I was in the hot tub last night with Hannah, and we were talking about how scared I'm never gonna have kids, or like that I'm never gonna be able to have kids, or I was like, I'm never gonna get married, like, it's too late, I don't have enough time. And then to hear that,
You're like 26, dude.
I'm 25, relax.
It's even better. See what I just did there? I made a joke about how you were older than you were, and now you realize you're younger, and you got a whole year till 26.
I know, but okay, the thing with marriages, right? But I guess it doesn't matter because maybe you find your person and then you can marry them. But I think you have to have a foundation. Do you guys hear that wind?
Yeah,
I'm kind of scared.
The wind is wild.
It's gonna smash. Sorry if the audio is a little bad. Also on the
or
reading.
if a window just comes through.
Yeah, Twister style.
Yeah.
But like when I think of marriage, I think you have to be with the person for a certain amount of time and then get married. But she said I'm gonna get married in 3 years. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, also when you're, 3 years, you're gonna be 29. Let's say you even started seeing them when you were
So old.
It
Wait,
is.
I'm 25.
Yeah, but really you'll be like 29.
Oh my
so
God.
when you're like 29,
I'll be 28.
you could have been with that person for 2 years. A 29-year-old,
28-year-old.
they're typically pretty ready to, settle down. They've went over the age of 28 now. They're like pretty much ordering adult diapers on Amazon now.
Okay, all right, Josh.
It's like, what else am I supposed to do but settle down?
She said it's a Middle Eastern man.
She did. Refer to
And
him
okay,
as
so
Middle
she was
Eastern.
like, he presents.
Well, she didn't say he was Middle Eastern. She said he looks.
He
Middle
looks
Eastern.
Middle Eastern.
A little darker in skin, sort of Middle Eastern. Looks Middle Eastern. I'm Not really sure, but he presents himself as Middle Eastern.
Which
and older than me.
People have told my dad he looks Middle Eastern.
People have told me I look Middle Eastern.
Oh.
But there's a guy in my life who's older than me and who looks Middle Eastern. That's why we'll bleep out the name. But when we said it, I was like, oh my God, that's
How old is that?
Let's go 40. Let's say he's 40.
Right, let's say
he's 40.
Yeah.
Because that's close to the age. I just don't want to give the specific age so people can't find him. Do you think 40 is too old? Because I'm 25.
I mean, it doesn't become much of a joke anymore about, when you're 29, you're going to have to be looking into adult diapers, right? For him.
He'll be like 45.
Yep. That's about when you start losing control of the bladder.
Oh, I think I want to be with someone that much older than me. I look at Hannah Berner and she seems to be happy.
Right. But then what happens when you're like 40? Because you're not done yet when you're 40, right? Besides the use of a toilet, but you still want to go out. You still want to do things, like, to a degree. I'm not saying you're like going to a club, but you still want to, you want to find like maybe a golf group to go with, or a mom's group to go hang out with, or you want to be able to go vacation, or you want to. This guy is gonna have a pill kit labeled like Sunday to Monday. And he's not even gonna be able to keep that organized. How is he gonna organize a trip for you?
Well, then it's like, okay, so this kind of works good for me because remember last episode I said I want to be like a single mom. So it's kind of like, okay, I have this grandpa husband who I can still come home, kiss, love, but I can go do my own thing because grandpa has to stay at home because he's so old. So it's pretty much like I'm living my single life, not cheating, but like can do whatever I want. And then I have my husband at home. I like that. Best of both worlds.
I don't think that sounds like the worst of both worlds to me. I have a partner that I can barely, be around or stand to be around.
Okay,
and I have to when I go out, I don't even have a partner to hang out with. That sounds like the worst of both sides.
Yeah, well, I don't think maybe this is probably going to happen. I probably don't think I'm going to get married in 3 years to a 45-year-old.
Well, I guess we'll be able to wait and see.
Yeah, well, now we can look back on this and see if the things came true.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
What else? I went first, so I'm trying to think of other stuff that happened in mine. Oh, she was talking about a new move that would really change my life.
Around a change in your living situation, a move that will bring you happiness, a move that you've been expecting or pondering on.
Yep. And we've talked about me moving to LA. Well, you've wanted me to move to LA forever since we've known each other.
Yeah. And
I've never wanted to do it, but this year, after all the bullshit, I was like, maybe I should fucking move to LA.
Maybe now's the time.
And she was like, you should fucking do it.
Yeah. I actually slipped her $20 before we got in there. And I was like, could you just slide in a little LA move into the reading?
Make it a lot easier so I don't have to travel to New York for the podcast.
Yeah. Save some of my travel expenses. No, but there were a few that like stuck out to me. One was like she looked at my hands and then went, you're gonna have 4 kids.
Mm-hmm.
4 kids.
I always say that.
4 kids, all really healthy, really strong.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And that's I've been saying 4 kids was a number.
We talked about that yesterday. You said you wanted 4 kids.
I've always said to Gabby 4, and she started at like 2, now convinced her to 3, but it looks like I'm gonna win.
It looks like, yeah. I mean, I think Gabby's going to love that whole entire reading.
Yeah. She was very bullish on me and Gabby.
Well, you know what also I didn't really love? She didn't say really many nice things about me. Josh sits down. She says, you are an angel icon, Avril Lavigne.
You're an angel.
Thank you.
You truly are.
Oh.
You have the best heart.
Thank you.
I mean, some people got it, some people don't.
She literally said, you were Avril Lavigne, an icon and an angel.
Yeah, I sat down. She let me know I was an angel and I had an amazing heart. And all I could say was thank you because that's who I am, right? And then she went on to say that I had music all around me. I had music just all around me. My aura was just pure music.
What is this music I hear around you?
It could be the smallest man who ever lived.
I'm sorry?
I made a diss track recently.
And she asked me what that could have been from and what else than the smallest man who ever lived.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'm going to get back into music.
You have to.
Apparently that's what I need to do with my life. I'm holding myself back. And you know what's wild is Chris gets on me every single week about making music.
No way.
It's within the music. It's also playing the music. You're really good at it though. It reminds me a little bit of Avril Lavigne.
That's a cool comparison.
Chris Autel is my manager, for people that don't know. Our manager. And he has tried to push the music side of things for probably 2.5 years, ever since I showed him music that I had made when I first started to deal with Warner, and they were wanting me to do diss tracks, and I was like, I don't know if I want to just do like joke music. Like, I kind of want to make something that's real as well.
It's crazy that Warner wanted you to make diss tracks, and then you finally make the best diss track of all time, The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived, and they get it taken down.
I know. Ironic.
So now that means you have to pivot to real music.
Yeah, she said she saw Avril Lavigne. I'm not sure if that was because of the hair. I don't know what it was necessarily. Because she's got like the bleach blonde, right? Yeah. But hey, I will take it. She is a icon.
She's an icon. Well, I sat down and she was just like, "You're broken."
Yeah, she was just like, "Oof,
oof."
I'm
broken.
pretty sure she audibly actually
like,
hit a little.
You've had a tough year, girl.
She was like,
fuck, I know.
Don't spread that energy on me.
She's like, it's been really bad for you. I'm like, I know. She's like, you were broken down.
She's like, it pretty much only can get better.
Literally. She's like, rock bottom. Then Josh hits down, icon, Avril Lavigne, pop star, superstar, angel.
Yeah. I was also a hermit, though.
You've been a little bit in a funk for the last couple of months. Sort of like a hermit, not wanting to go anywhere or do anything. When you go somewhere, you're doing something, you're there physically, but not mentally or emotionally. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
And
yeah, and you were talking about that too, so that was really accurate.
Yeah, that was wild. Like I said, like it was a feeling of like she had watched the podcast episode we filmed, because I talked to you about like, I want to find myself.
Yeah. Like
without weed. I want to find and I felt like weed was the thing that was, making me a little bit of a hermit, but also she talked about like spreading myself too thin. And that's something that's been like a constant battle with me, is like my work and life balance, and like I just say yes to everything, and I won't give time for myself sometimes, or that time that I have for myself I don't use properly. And I saw that card come out. I think it was the second card that came out, the hermit one, and I was like, all right, this is wild.
I know. And like, it sounds like she watched our podcast, but it's not out yet. None of our podcast episodes are out yet.
It's impossible. That's what I don't understand.
It was really weird. And her energy, I don't know, something about her. I want to go back, except it was like $600.
It's a lot.
It was really expensive.
So expensive.
It was like too expensive.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what?
I mean, it is LA.
It is LA. And I was thinking that, I'm like, all the rich people that have so much money to blow and like nothing to do and want to feel spiritual, which I agree. I do kind of think it was real. I do feel like it was real, but they'll spend any money on it.
Yeah. And I think it also gives you like a sense of reassurance, because she gives you a sense of confidence, right? Like she always sets out like this, like, yeah, there's like this path you can take that'll lead to good things. So then you like the interaction you just had. Then you want to come back to find more guidance on how you can follow those good things. So I don't know. I mean, a really sweet lady.
Sweetheart.
She it's not like you walked in there and you're like, oh, I'm stepping into a con right now.
No, it didn't feel like that at all. You felt her energy, but you also were told that you need to find a small Asian man.
Yeah. So I need to go on the hunt for a funny little Asian guy.
Who's a short Asian man?
I don't know. I don't think I have anything for that.
He's really funny.
Funny.
You need to find who I'm talking about. He's supposed to be in a thing you're doing.
But that was so like left field
out
from
of nowhere.
her.
She stared off into the distance, looked into a window, eyes 1,000-yard stare. Who's the little Asian fella?
I couldn't help but laugh.
I was like I don't know. She's like, there's a funny Asian fella. Who is he? He should be in your life. And I was like, all right. So now I'm just going to be walking down the streets asking every Asian person I see that is short.
It has to be short, she said.
And so I'm assuming this means a short Asian as well, not just a short person, because often Asians are on the shorter side. She said short Asian.
A short Asian funny man.
So I'm just going to go to find short Asian men and then ask them if they're funny.
Where can he find short Asian men in LA?
Chinatown.
Well, I was thinking... Yeah, I mean, that would work. But I was thinking, I'm going through the Rolodex in my head. I'm like, who is an Asian in Josh's life?
Yeah.
And the only ones that I know in your life are tall, and they're not funny. They're like hardworking and stuff.
I know, like, I couldn't think of the small thing was the thing that was... Yeah.
Small. And then all I could think was Bobby Lee. And then I'm like, maybe he's not in your life yet. And then maybe you guys have to do some comedy sketch shit together.
That is what she said. She said, I need to go find him.
You need to go find...
I need to go find this
guy.
Go on
a hunt for a short Asian
man. We're
man.
going to do a lot of projects together.
Yes. Okay, so you find your short Asian man, I find my Middle Eastern presenting man.
Yes.
Oh, we could hold auditions.
We could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you guys be into that? What are they auditioning for? Just being themselves?
Just be yourself, and we decide if we like you or not.
We decide if it's a yes or a no.
Yeah, just be you.
It sounds like racist, but it's not. That's just what we were told.
No, that's just what our cards told us.
Yeah, it seems
cards
like we're
can't be racist.
discriminating, but those are just what we need in our lives.
Yeah.
Short,
yeah.
Asian, and Middle
It's
Eastern
actually
presented.
inclusive, if anything.
Yeah, we're including everyone.
Everyone.
Well, what else was from yours that I was like, holy shit? Well, it said that you were going to have a baby soon,
Yeah.
which stressed me out a little bit, and said you were probably going to get married before me.
A bastard child.
A bastard
nonetheless.
child, yeah.
It was before the wedding.
I know. I don't know if your parents would like that.
They're pretty progressive. Is that the right word? Progressive?
Yeah.
They would understand, hopefully.
Okay. So what do you think? Do you want that? Are we like leaning towards that? Are we hoping for that?
I mean, hoping would be weird, right? Like hoping for a bastard child would be strange. I think that I was excited to hear, like that all came from, like me and Gabby have an amazing relationship is essentially what she was saying.
She said
And
you guys were soulmates.
Soulmates, indeed. And that we were gonna have 4 children. So if the first one comes sooner than later,
Tomorrow.
I mean, that would be really hard. She would have to be like 8 months pregnant for it to come tomorrow. Well, 8 and
Maybe
like
you
a
could
half.
come tomorrow, and then she'll come in 9 months. Boom.
Wild.
Crazy. I really hope you don't have a baby before me, because personally, that's not fair.
Well, fair subjective.
Subjective. I mean, I guess it's only fair because you're the one in a relationship.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
can
yeah,
you just
yeah.
slow the wheels a little? Can you just let me get a boyfriend first?
I'll think about it.
I can't even get one until June 21st.
Yeah, I know. Which is you're gonna have to tell the Middle Eastern man, slow your roll.
I know. She said March. I'm gonna say, man, if he comes to my life in March, I have to say I can't until June 21st.
Yeah, you got to give me 2.
Give me 2. Just hang out.
But she did she pretty much said exactly what I had said to you about you need to find your own love. Like,
I know. She
love
said
yourself.
exactly like what you said on the first episode.
Yeah.
You said you haven't been loved.
It's probably
You
all
need to
that
love
psych
yourself.
I've been watching.
I think it is all that psych you've
I've just been
watching.
watching Psychic Detective, and I'm becoming one myself.
That was our psychic reading. Do you have any other takeaways from it?
Carpet was kind of weird.
That's hilarious because right before you got there, actually, our producer Peyton asked her where she got her carpet, and she's actually going to the same guy to get that carpet in her apartment in New York City.
Of course, it's Peyton. It's just what I'd expect out of her.
It was a zebra carpet.
Yeah, it was. It was.
That's hilarious that you said that because she was really excited about the carpet. She asked for the information.
Me and Matt were like, I
everything.
think this is just to throw our senses off, throw them in a kerfuffle as soon as we walk in.
Oh, and Peyton's like, so where did you get this carpet?
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Actually, driving back from the psychic, me and Matt were going, and there was like a car in front of us.
Yeah.
That would not go through, like just kept stopping and not going through the cars. And I was like, what is going on, bro? There is so much space, like unlimited room. Just move through the cars. It's a 2-lane road for a reason. And they wouldn't go through. Me and Matt are like, what is wrong with these people? Like, what idiots, dude? Oh, they're from Arizona. That makes sense. Like, they don't understand LA driving, whatever. They're used to open roads. We keep going. Then I see like kind of in the, the rear view mirror, the reflection of the person driving. And I'm like, hate to say it, Matt. It's a girl. Kind of expected, right? They're driving a big whip too. It's a girl. They feel unsafe to make the squeeze. So we keep going. We pull up to your guys' place, and you guys park the Wagoneer that you were all in, and we were behind you, roasting your life and driving capabilities. Just being like, what is wrong with these fucking idiots, dude?
We couldn't
I
fit.
actually honked one time, but it didn't like go through. Like my honk didn't go through.
We couldn't fit.
I had like a honk leg or something. It didn't go through, and I was like, fuck it. That was like God being like, no, don't honk. Like, I guess I got nowhere to be in a rush. I can wait at this intersection in the middle of it for like another 4
there
minutes.
was no room.
So it's fine. Unlimited room.
There was no room. There was one of those stupid fucking cars, the Waze cars, with no one driving it in the middle of the street, and then I couldn't fit by it. I'm in a huge, giant fucking car. I was like, guys, can I fit? They said no. I said, yeah, I'm not going to do this. This is a rental car. And I was waiting for a beep. I was like, I know this douchebag in this fucking multicolored Tesla behind me is going to fucking beep at me.
I didn't.
You
I
tried.
tried.
You tried.
I tried. It was so funny for me and Matt stepping out of the car and seeing the Wagoneer pull up right into the house. We were like, no way, dude. Because I did see the mirror, and I look at Matt, and I'm kind of like, Hate to say it, but it's a fucking woman, dude. No wonder she can't handle that big beast of a Wagoneer.
There was no room to get through.
That's so funny.
That is really funny, actually.
Yeah,
so you hate women and you hate
and zebra carpets.
Peyton's carpet. Yeah. So we're just getting shit on today. And he just gets lifted up by the psychic icon.
I know, I'm an angel.
Star angel.
What can I say? I'm an angel.
Like the
Just have a
actual
good heart.
opposite.
I have a good heart.
His heart is so kind.
Well, I was kindly worried about everyone else on the road.
I was worried too. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't fit. I don't want to mess up these cars. I don't want to mess up this rental.
I will say we did see the like driverless car come through after, and we were like, maybe it was because of that. But then I think you guys like did it again at the next red light or something like that, and it was kind of like, oh my god, okay, this time we know. This time we know you can get through. I can see the space on both sides.
I'm a cautious driver. I'm a good driver. I take care of the people in my car.
You don't take care of everyone else trying to get to where they got to be.
I'm not with them. I'm with my family in my car.
Fair
my
enough.
Wagoneer. And I'm gonna have 2 kids in 3 years, and it's gonna be awesome.
Yep.
That's what I got out of today.
It's a great thing to take.
Yep.